Hey guys, Rom Guruji here, back with another video, and I had put up a community post where I had asked you to ask me any questions you have related to the IQ3 or Origin OS, and quite a bit of you responded. I was not expecting that, but again, we have a time constraint, so I'll be answering the top 10 questions that have been asked on that post. Now, predominantly, most of the questions were asked in English, so the answers will also be in English. But if there is something that needs to be explained in Hindi, I would do so. Now that we have that out of the way, if you're new here, press that subscribe button and the bell icon for all the notifications because a lot more is coming, trust me. And let's start answering some questions. Right. So, talking about questions that need to be answered, one major question which I did genuinely like, it was asked by Niranjan Padma Kumar. So this question asks, how good is Origin OS compared to Oxygen OS? So Niranjan and a lot of you wondering the same thing. If you honestly ask me, the Oxygen OS 12, the Color OS latest version, and the Origin OS, they share quite a bit of similarities and majorly are trying to compete with MIUI. Moreover, if you see the trend of all these OSs, they start to become more and more similar. So if you go and talk to some Oxygen OS users, he'll tell you that the latest Oxygen OS actually genuinely seems so much more closer to all these other companies by BBK Electronics that Oxygen is losing its speciality. So that is something that has been happening, and honestly speaking, there's not a lot of difference compared to Origin OS when you talk about where Oxygen OS is going. So to be honest, there won't be a lot of difference in the latest Oxygen OS and the Origin OS. So do not worry about that, right? Coming ahead, we have another question, and I'm sorry for the question loading times. IQ3 locks really fast. Okay, another question that a lot of people have asked, so I will be answering this. This is asked by Dada Saab Hebel. Sorry if I get your spellings wrong, I'm really sorry. When will Origin OS come to IQ3? So, see, the official public beta dates for IQ3 are given as January 31st. The IQ team, and this was also asked by someone else here, the IQ3 team currently has no idea about the Origin OS update. Yes, they are working on an Android 11 update. That is for sure confirmed, given that the FunTouch OS 11 has been coming in public beta for a long time now. So honestly speaking, in my opinion, by December end, iQOO will get all of its customers on Android 11, and then the patching for Origin OS will start. Since Origin OS is based on Android 11, I think it only makes sense that you first go on FunTouch OS 11 where you already have Android 11, and then you update to a better OS with the Android 11 version. So we'll have to see how that happens, but in my opinion, that would be something that will happen, right? And all those people who have asked what are the features, I've made a very dedicated video about Origin OS launch, and I've told all the features there. So just go have a look. Links in the I button, right? And one another question is why iQOO brand is not uploading new phones. It's me Sijin. So I'm guessing it means why are there no new phones coming from iQOO. So you must understand that the India-China conflict is going on a huge rise, and for a brand like iQOO, which is surprisingly very underrated and does not have that much of a foothold, they directly entered the flagship space, which is also very populated in India and very competitive. And moreover, they came at a time where suddenly everything was shutting down, so they lost their edge. Earlier they had an early market edge with Snapdragon 865, but they lost that edge due to COVID, and that has made the iQOO 3 a very underrated phone at this point. So I guess they're just trying to make sure that they can have a foothold in the country before they launch more and more phones, because see, every time you launch a new phone, you have to ensure that the inventory is there, and if it does not sell, it causes huge losses to the company. So they are taking their time, which I believe is fine. And moreover, if they can perfect one phone fully, then it might work well for them to launch other products. And right now iQOO 3 is a great performing phone, but the software has too many bugs. So if they can fix that, if they can create better foothold, they might launch. And looking at the betas of the upcoming iQOO 3 betas, like Android 11 beta, there are some hints that new phones might be coming. After that, let's talk about, well, what do we talk about? Do you think the brand value of iQOO will go up post release of Origin OS in India? This was asked by Subhash SV. Totally. See, honestly speaking, right now, if I was to tell you that the brand value of iQOO 3 is very low, very honestly speaking, is very low. But is it a good value phone? It is an amazing value phone for the hardware it offers. The only reason people don't buy it that much is because of the software. So yes, if they improve the software, it will be a huge hit, especially at the prices coming right now. Amazing price point, amazing value it's offering as compared to all the competitors. Software improves, trust me, people are going to buy this like hotcakes, and the brand value will improve. So I'm sorry, there's so many comments right now. So it's another question by It's Me Sijin, which I really like to talk about, and it is, what is the use of monster mode? So this is something not a lot of people know about iQOO 3. It has a monster mode, and it's a very underrated feature, but honestly speaking, it is not that special, but it still makes your experience much better. So what monster mode basically does is, it totally tunes your phone for gaming. So what happens is, basically normally your phone, to save battery, sometimes goes to lower speeds, sometimes goes to higher speeds as far as the processor goes. But in this case, your clock speed or your processor speed constantly stays at top. So you just get full performance all the time till you're playing the game. Now this does drain battery, therefore it's not advisable to keep it on all the time. But yeah, it basically increases your CPU performance and gives you a better gaming experience. Another question by Device Gaming: how to enroll for Origin OS beta? Right now, as I told you, the public betas are going to come from January 31st. The closed beta tests do not have an enrollment for India, they're only in China, so you can't enroll right now. But as soon as a public beta comes, you do not need to enroll. You will automatically be given links on various site pages. All you have to do is go download and update, like you did for Android 11 beta for iQOO 3. Now this question is Hindi, so let's answer that by Aditya Devkar. ओरिजिन ओएस इंडिया में आएगा क्या? आएगा तो ओरिजिन ओएस का नाम ओरिजिन ओएस 01, ओरिजिन ओएस 11, ओरिजिन ओएस 12 होगा. ओरिजिन ओएस का अपडेट साइज़ क्या होगा? वीवो Z1 Pro को ओरिजिन ओएस मिलेगा क्या? ओके, सो ओरिजिन ओएस इंडिया में आएगा क्या? येस, ओरिजिन ओएस इंडिया में आएगा. इंडिया में आने का एक सिंपल रीज़न ओरिजिन ओएस का मैं ये बताता हूँ कि जो वीवो क्या कर रहा है, आपने अगर एंड्रॉयड 11 बीटा भी देखा होगा, वो iQOO चाइना के फ़ोन्स और इंडिया के फ़ोन्स को साइमल्टेनियसली अपडेट करा है. सी, इंडिया में iQOO के उतने फ़ोन्स नहीं हैं, तो काफ़ी जल्दी वो ले आएंगे. वीवो की बात करते हैं तो इंडिया में एक्चुअली वीवो के जो फ़ोन्स हैं वो थोड़ा बिकना बढ़ चुका है. बट अभी भी उन्होंने ये जो चेंज लाया है ओएस में, क्यों लाया है? क्योंकि कस्टमर जो फीडबैक है वो है कि फ़ोन्स अच्छे होते हैं बट सॉफ्टवेयर बहुत गंदा होता है, तो इसलिए वो ला रहे हैं. तो वो अपने हर ग्लोबल मार्केट में ओरिजिन ओएस लाएंगे ताकि लोग वो एक्सपीरियंस कर पाए. अब नाम क्या होगा? काफ़ी बार कंपनी, जैसे अगर आप वन प्लस की बात करोगे तो हाइड्रोजन ओएस और ऑक्सीजन ओएस ग्लोबल होता है, हाइड्रोजन ओएस चाइना ओनली होता है. तो हाँ, ये काम हो सकते हैं, ये चीज़ें हो सकती है. तो उसका नाम क्या होगा ये तो अभी टाइम बताएगा. बट ओरिजिन ओएस के आगे 11, 12, 1 कुछ नहीं लगेगा. ठीक है, इसके बाद हम बात करते हैं Z1X Pro. तो उसकी एक लिस्ट मैंने पोस्ट में अपलोड की थी, आप जाके कम्युनिटी टैब पे देख सकते हैं, आपको पता चलेगा. तो और जो मेंशन डिवाइसेस नहीं हैं वो काफ़ी लेट अपडेट होने वाले हैं, उनका ये अर्थ होता है. तब भी एक ऑफिशियल जो जनवरी में हम देखेंगे कि एक्चुअल रोल आउट किस तरह से आएगा, ग्लोबल आएगा, चाइना आएगा, तो मैं उस टाइम पे आपको बता पाऊँगा. इसके बाद आते हैं पॉसिबिलिटी ऑफ डिस्प्ले रिफ्रेश रेट ओवरक्लॉक आफ्टर बूट लोडर अनलॉक. ये पूछा है पारस चौहान ने. तो रिफ्रेश रेट ओवरक्लॉक जो आप बोल रहे हैं, आई एम गेसिंग आपने K20 Pro का रूट के बाद जो 80 हर्ट्ज़ का ओवरक्लॉक है, आपने वो एक मॉड देखा है. तो मैं बताता हूँ, ये जो ओवरक्लॉकिंग होता है डिस्प्ले का, इसमें आपको एक कंसिडरेबल इनपुट लैग आ जाता है। तो एक गेमिंग फ़ोन में कंसिडरेबल इनपुट लैग इज़ नॉट अ गुड थिंग। आप यू विल नॉट एक्चुअली get what you need from the gaming phone since there's an input lag. So जो actual result है, the actual result which is being displayed, वो आने में टाइम लग जाता है ऐसे ओवरक्लॉकिंग के टाइम पे। तो मोस्टली नॉट, कंपनीज नेवर गिव डिस्प्ले ओवरक्लॉक्स, बाय द वे कंपनी खुद कभी नहीं देती है। Bootloader unlocking might happen. Bootloader unlocking might happen since they are trying to change things. There is a possibility bootloader unlock might happen, but I will not keep my hopes hanged up to that because you never know. Vivo has been people have been behind Vivo for bootloader unlock for ages and ages, yet they have not changed. So chances are very slim, but might happen. After that. Oh, this is a question from Zakiria Azmi. हिंदी में क्वेश्चन है, टेलीफोटो बोके इनेबल कैसे करे भाई iQOO 3 में। सो टेलीफोटो बोके iQOO 3 में अवेलेबल नहीं है। आपको एक चीज़ हमेशा जाननी कि जो पोर्ट्रेट मोड है वो एक स्टैंडर्ड उसकी सेटिंग में आता है, एक नॉर्मल है, एक थोड़ा जूम्ड अप है, बट उससे ज़्यादा आप उसमें कैमरा की लेंस सेटिंग नहीं कर सकते क्योंकि उसका एक बहुत ही कुछ कैमरा iQOO 3 क्या करता है, अपनी कुछ कैमरा को वो डेप्थ ऑफ फील्ड इफेक्ट लेने के लिए यूज़ करता है। तो आपके पास कुछ ही सिंगुलर कैमराज अवेलेबल होंगे। एंड this is my last question which I am trying out right now, right? I have no idea how many questions I have answered, but then yeah, the video has been going on for a long time now. So this is by Akrit Ghimire. It's a long question. First point is, at 32K, would you recommend iQOO 3's base variant? Honestly, yes. I bought it at 35. I know I've overpaid for it because I bought it when it came out, but yes, I would recommend it because it offers you top of the line specs, including storage specs and RAM specs, which I think is very nice. And the main part, the Monster Touch buttons and the gaming part of it is actually very, very good. It charges pretty fast too. So if the software becomes much better, which I am hoping it will, it is genuinely a very value for money buy at 32K, right? Is always on display great? So very honestly speaking, it does not have a lot of customization for always on display. The always on display is pretty much normal. It's not very cool or crazy like all these new OSs are offering, but then again we have to wait for Origin OS or Android 11 to actually show if the always on display will be better. Does dark mode perform as it should? Yes. iQOO 3's one cool software feature is you can actually, this was the first phone to actually allow you to set the depth of the dark mode. So if you want it light gray, dark gray or pitch black, you can set it, and yes, it does perform according to your expectations. Out of 10, how much would you rate the iQOO 3's rear and front camera? This is a very difficult question. The front camera I would rate a 6. I am not very satisfied with it. It's not bad, it's very moderate. As far as the back camera goes, see, you have to talk about each lens. If you talk about the main 48 megapixel lens, I am not very happy. I would give it at a 6. But if you talk about the wide angle lens, it's 9. Even the macro shots, 9. So yeah, the main lens, somehow there's a software issue. The actual quality of lens is not bad, but there is a software issue. After that, oh, thank you for wishing my wellness. Really glad, Akrit. Again, I'm very sorry if I pronounce anyone's name incorrectly. Let's answer one more thing. Let's answer. Yeah. From Bharat Chandra Kilari has asked another question. I think it's not pure stock Android which they have mentioned. I expected more from their sayings about stock Android experience. Tell me your feelings about it. Right. So yes, I watched their feed, and it's not exactly stock Android. It is actually FunTouchOS 11, little bit more toned down to give you that changeover feeling. And honestly feeling, I have very mixed feelings about it. It's good that the users have a choice, but then the choice is still limited into their universe. So I'm not very happy about it per se, but I'm not very sad about it. Yes, thankfully, at least they're trying to offer you choices, which is good. But then having meaningful choices is also important. So I have a very lukewarm attitude towards it. I would love to see it in use, and if it actually helps, I would generally say it's nice, but until I can actually use it, very mixed feelings about it. So, and I have to answer another question. A lot of people have been asking about V20. So V20 I don't think has been mentioned in that list. So if it's not mentioned, you're going to get it at the second quarter of January or more in 2021. So you have to wait quite a bit for it, right? But do not worry, I think they're going to push the FunTouchOS 11 first, and then they're going to push these updates. So you don't have to worry, you will still get a new Android version, but then Origin OS might take time. That was all for this video, guys. If you did like the video, please like, share and subscribe. If you want to buy some cool gadgets, my suggestions are down below. Go have a look at them. I have some cool accessories mentioned for iQOO 3, some cool phone mentions, and amazing audio devices mentioned. Go have a look. That's all for this video, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.